bullying that takes place in this comic was all too familiar. My name is Dorian, this is SC on Comics. We'll continue our coverage of Uncanny X-Men with number 6. Our story starts off 6 years ago in Virginia, where we see Becca as a child. Now, it looks like she had a lot, but also, too, she had one of those mothers. Her mom is brushing her hair, and Becca is telling her about a news groundskeeper that I guess was showing her pictures of his daughter that's about the same age and how she goes to school, because I guess Becca's mom doesn't let her go to school. Anyway, she finishes brushing her hair, she sends her on her way, and all of a sudden she calls the head groundskeeper and she said that somebody was looking into her window as she was dressing and she wants them fired immediately. She gives the name of the groundskeeper that Becca was talking about. Ain't nobody trying to look at your old ass. But now we cut to the present in New Orleans, and Becca is freaking out. Rogue's like, the look in Becca's eyes is what Sabretooth has on a bad day. Crazy part about it is the horse has the same look too. And this is all because she was told that she has to go to school. Her mom got it in her head that school's not just a bad thing, but that's where goblins are at, and she ain't going. Wolverine's trying to calm her down. All of a sudden, the horse kicks the bejesus out of Wolverine. Now, Rogue ain't playing no more and tells her that she needs to calm down by saying her full name. So you know she's in trouble. So she does. And then Jitter's like, what's going on, Death Dream? And he goes, I think the horse killed Mr. Logan. Do we have any lemonade in the refrigerator? So Jubilee goes to check on Logan and she's helping him up. And he goes, you remember the last time I got hit that hard? She goes, no. And he's like, me neither. So Rogue is ready to read her the riot act, but then Gambit steps in and is like, you know what? Let me talk to her. So they start talking. The reason why the girl thinks she's not a mutant is because her mama says she's not a mutant. Like, this is the girl version of Adam Sandler's Waterboy. Like, whatever her mama says goes. And Gambit's like, look, I know your mama says you're not a mutant, but look at your powers. You're a mutant. We're all mutants. And then all of a sudden, she just gets happy and she's like, I'm a mutant. And she rides on her horse. That all of a sudden turns into a Pegasus. She apologizes to Wolverine and he's just like, don't worry about it. What's a concussion between friends? So now we flash forward to the first day of school and they have to wear uniforms. That sucks. Obviously, Becca can't take her horse, but Jubilee's there to take care of the horse. So the groundskeeper, or the guy that owns the house, his little girl reaches into her bag, pulls out a dinosaur, and it's like, this dinosaur survived a hurricane. He's brave, and you can borrow him for the day. He'll keep you safe. And Becca gives the little girl a hug and thanks her for that. So now they get on the school bus, and Jitter immediately runs into a dude with a man bun and another dude that got the Justin Bieber hairstyle. If you want to draw some souls, that's how you do it. So she talks to him, and she stutters. That's what she does. And they immediately start to make fun of her because they're assholes. Now Ransom wants to do something and Mr. Man Bun is trying to provoke him, but Jitter stops him from doing anything as Mr. Man Bun calls her Stella the Stutterer. I will stutter my foot straight up his ass. If you haven't picked up on it, I am a stutterer. Now, you don't hear it in the video. Why? Because I can edit it. It's an easy thing to do. So yeah, this book hits a little home for me. So Death Dream's like, he seems nice. He reminds me of Scabs. Talking about Mr. Man Bun over there. So now we cut back to the farm where Mr. St. Jr. is like, I got 2 rules. You remember? Nightcrawler doesn't know what he's talking about. Jubilee's like, yeah, everybody does chores. And he hands him a grocery list and goes, the van's out back. Wolverine wants to sit down and talk to Gambit and Rogue about something. And then we see Death Dream's like, did I say something wrong? And then Random's like, dude, like she's crying because she got teased, but you didn't notice that. Sometimes you should think about others besides yourself. So then we cut to in town. Nightcrawler and Jubilee are walking. There's a mother with her 2 kids that are walking by. They go into the grocery store. The grocer's nice enough, asking them, do you need any help? Jubilee's like, no, we're good. So they're looking at the list, and all of a sudden, Nightcrawler goes, BAM! So now it smells like farts. And Jubilee has a gun to her head. The reason why Nightcrawler bamf is because a Mack truck's brakes went out, and it's headed straight for the little girl. The mom is trying to run after her. All of a sudden, Nightcrawler bamps and pushes her out the way. Bamps to the little girl, tells her to close her eyes, and then bamps out of there before the truck hits him. So now, a lot of places outside smells like farts. So now we cut to Wolverine, Rogue, and Gambit, and Wolverine's explaining how that him and some of his army buddies made a promise over a bottle of tequila that whoever lives the longest would actually dig up the bottle and drink it in their behalf. So now we cut back to Jubilee, and we see that the person that's holding a gun to her head is the lapdog of the heifer, and she uses her powers and gets them out the way. But then all of a sudden, the Blob and Siren show up, and they're like, sorry Jews, but you gotta come with us. So then we cut back to Nightcrawler and the little girl. He bamps one more time, so you know that little girl smells like farts. And it looks like she's about to get hostile with Nightcrawler, but all of a sudden, she doesn't. She actually helps him out and tells him to get the hell out of Dodge, do whatever his Banjan act does, while she deals with the cop that looks like Barney Fife. He does one more bamf, so when the deputy comes over, he's probably like, whoo, you smell like farts. Really, he goes, the man, where did he go? And she goes, officer, I didn't see anything. And if you don't want me making your life miserable for the next few decades, you didn't see anything either. So Nightcrawler bamps back, and Jubilee is gone. So now we cut back to Wolverine, Rogue, and Gambit. Like I said, Wolverine pretty much wants to make a new pact with them, the same pact that he made with his army buddies. Gambit's all for it, but Rogue, she's not with it, and she pretty much says that I guess he has PTSD, that his body can heal, but his brain or his mind has not. Which, can I just be like honest for a hot second? Like, I love Gail Simone, love her writing, but just because you love somebody's writing doesn't mean you agree with what they write all the time. Also, on the other hand, just because you disagree with the person, whatever they're writing, doesn't mean you hate them. I don't like what she's doing with Rogue in this instance. Like, I feel like this is just a little bit too much. Like, the guy feels lonely and he just wants to start like another pack with people that he trusts. Like, I don't see what the whole problem with that is and how that leads to PTSD. So that's just me. Just wanted to get that a little bit off my chest. Now, back to the kids. They're at school and the principal is pretty much telling them that I guess they had to pull some strings to get them enrolled in class. So they need to be on their best behavior. So while Rogue and Wolverine are arguing, she gets a call from Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler explains the situation, how Jubilee pretty much got kidnapped, that there's looks of a skirmish and there's bottles of red wine broken everywhere, but also might be some blood. And Rogue's like, just get back here and we'll find Jubilee. So now back to the school. Man Bun, or should I say Boy Bun, is still messing with Jitter. Me, I'd have jittered my foot straight into his ass. Random wants to do something, but the principal's standing right there. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're standing right there, principal, why don't you do something about what's going on? Punk. Some dude walks up to Becca, hands her a note, and tells her that she needs to go to the gym to sign some papers. The bullies head to the bathroom. They added the black dude to the mix, so I guess they don't look like they go to clan meetings after class. Boy Bun's in the mirror still talking mess about girls. He probably got a little penis. When all of a sudden a monster pops out of the mirror and scares the bejesus out of him. We see that Becca goes to the gym and it's empty, and then Boy Bun decides to attack Deathstream. But the Ransom steps into the boys' bathroom and he looks like Kid's father in House Party 1.
I wouldn't do that just yet, cause your ass is mine.
He beats the bejesus out of them, all three of them at the same time, and Becca has walked into a trap. They start shocking her like she owes them money. Like, this is a beatdown. And then one of them breaks off and calls a heifer, and a heifer is like, if she tries to escape, knock her teeth down the throat. Whew. Man, what did this girl ever do to her?